Hey guys, what's up? I've touched on a couple things lately that I feel like have kind of made their way into mainstream media, and I'm pretty excited to talk about it some more. And I feel like I was on top of things and like I knew what the zeitgeist was, and yeah, I'm pretty proud of that. But I'm referring to public shaming and the Schadenfreude and just the whole hate following and anger online. I watched this really great episode from John Oliver from, I think it's Last Week Tonight. I always say it wrong, but he interviewed Monica Lewinsky and he talked about public shaming, and it was amazing. And I will link it in the description. It is so good. Also, I will link Monica Lewinsky's TED Talk.
You're looking at a woman who was publicly silent for a decade.
Because that's amazing. So check out both of those in the description. Monica Lewinsky is just, I idolize this woman. She is so strong, and I don't know if I could have survived what she did. You know, we live in a world that is always changing. We don't know what the future holds. We don't know how the things we're doing right now are going to impact us in the future. So when Monica Lewinsky and Bill Clinton, when that whole scandal erupted, the internet was in its infancy stage. It was so young and we didn't know the impact. And it was before social media, which I think was kind of a detriment, because instead it was websites and email and chat, and people were just sharing story after story after story of this woman. And it was like the whole world knew who Monica Lewinsky was, but no one actually knew who she was. And she has been the butt of jokes for so many years. I think John Oliver said she's been in 198 rap songs, and you know they're not nice. You know they're not praising her for being an upstanding woman. What happened in their sexual relationship and personal affair, that's not what I'm talking about today. I'm talking about the impact of our words and what we do online. It matters. Everything we click, we give power to. We give it life. So I'm trying to explain why I think you should click with compassion and foresight and think about what you're doing instead of just mindlessly going through the internet like we tend to do. Humiliation is a stronger feeling than happiness and anger. Happiness is fleeting. More often than not, we are trying to be happy, we're trying to achieve happiness, but we're not there. Humiliation is something that stays there. You know, and anger is something that we feel, and it can overpower us, but we can work through it, and we can get through that, you know. It will subside. But humiliation, when you remember, think about the most embarrassing thing you did in middle school or high school, like the most cringeworthy thing, and think about that. Think about how you felt. I can feel the humiliation. I can feel the pain, and it's such a bad feeling. So we have made humiliating people a form of entertainment. And public shaming is not always, it's not healthy. But there are situations where it's the right thing to do. To an extent, that is. It's the right thing to do to an extent. Take, for example, Romeo Lacoste. Side note, it's Romeo Lacoste. I say Roman the entire time. Sorry, guys. That's the big thing on the drama channels these days. This guy is a tattoo artist around my age, so in his 30s, and he was interacting with underage girls who he knew in messages explicitly said that he knew they were underage, and he was talking to them in very, very inappropriate ways. That public shaming, that is when it's just. That is when it's necessary. Not when you find out that someone did something stupid 10 years ago, or 5 years ago, or 2 years ago. Not when it's something that embarrassed them and that doesn't hurt anyone. Is it hurting someone? What Romeo Lacoste is doing hurts people. It is hurting children. Now, we need to hold him accountable. That's what should come from this. We should not be sending him death threats. We should not be harassing him online, or we should not be belittling him. We need to make the authorities aware of what's going on, and hopefully one of the girls will be brave enough to press charges. He needs to pay for this. Like, he needs some sort of punishment. I genuinely don't think this guy understands the repercussions of what he's doing. I don't think he even sees what he's doing as like pedophilia in a sense. Like, it's not young children, but these girls are underage.
And under 18 is under 18, bro.
That's just it. Almost 18 is still
not 18.
And I think that we need to know when to draw the line, right? So many people are going to be sending him death threats and hate comments and all this stuff. And like, really, what is that doing? Let's talk about another situation that's really prominent right now. Olivia Jade and her mom, Aunt Becky. Can't think of her name. I think it's Lori Loughlin. That situation, Lori Loughlin and her husband, they deserve to be charged criminally. Their daughter, I'm a little bit more on the fence because I don't know how much involvement she had in all of this. She's clearly expressed how she didn't care that much about school, so it's not like she was really trying to scheme. I do think that she is personally responsible in the fact that she knew that she didn't actually apply and get in. I also think that she should be kicked out of school. But what about her brand deals that are leaving her? What about her YouTube following? What about her whole online media presence? Like, if you don't like what she did, stop clicking. Stop talking about her. Stop. Your clicks give it power. By commenting to Roman and talking about him, more people are hearing about the story. That's how I found out, by people sharing the story. And he needs to be held accountable. But what about Olivia Jade? I think this girl needs to be kicked out of school, learn her lesson, and go on with her life. We do not need to be harassing this girl to the extent that we are. And a lot of people argue that she might have taken somebody's place, which is a very valid argument, and that's definitely not cool. But do you really think that that place was reserved for an actual student? Maybe I'm just cynical, but I think that that place was always there for someone rich, someone who could pay their way in. I think that we've known this for years, that, you know, your grandfather went there and your father went there, and so you got to go there. Or your grandfather bought a wing and built the new gymnasium, so you get to go there. We all know this exists. What about celebrities? All those celebrities get to go to, like, you know, elite posh colleges, but how do you think they're getting in? I guess to me it doesn't really surprise me. I don't think it's right, and I don't think it's okay, and I don't think Olivia Jade should continue at USC, but I also don't think that we need to be sending this girl as much hate as we are. That's just my opinion. Monica Lewinsky made a really great point in her TED Talk, and she said that a marketplace has emerged where public humiliation is the commodity and shame is an industry. And that's so true. We need to be very intentional with what we're doing. There are so many stories, so many countless stories of people whose lives have been ruined by a viral video or a viral story. Like, I'm putting myself out here on YouTube, but sometimes you don't even have to do this. Sometimes you can just be going about your life and have someone tell a story about you online that just takes off. Watch the John Oliver clip and you'll understand more about this, but you need to think about the long-term repercussions for your actions. You really need to. The more shame and humiliation, the more we're likely to want to watch it. The more we click the videos. And the more we click the videos, the more power we give the topic, whatever it is. And the more we click and share, the more numb we get to the fact that there's a human life being affected by that. Someone behind that is hurting from this. Is it deserved? Is it not? Is it our place to even judge? Sometimes no. Most times I don't think it is. Sometimes yes. Like with this Romeo Lacoste thing, yes, we need accountability here. But the more we become numb to this stuff, the more we click. And the more we click, the more we continue the problem, the more we let it grow and grow. And change has to happen at some point. At some point we need to think. Public shaming is it's an entertainment and a pastime, but it's also become like a blood sport. And it's not cool. We need to click with compassion. We need to think and have empathy and think about how that other person is feeling. The more I'm aware of what my clicks do and the power my views hold, the more careful I am with what I choose to watch. And I hope everybody will become aware of this. I would like you to become more conscientious of what you're choosing and what you're allowing to exist in the world. Click with compassion, click with intention, click with awareness. speak with intention instead of speaking for attention. Just try to remember to do the right thing. That's really all I'm saying. And like Monica Lewinsky said, be an upstander. Don't be a bystander, a passive bystander who does nothing. Be an upstander. Be the person who says no, who says this is enough. Stand up for those people. Report it to the authorities when necessary. Stand up for the people the girls that Romeo Lacoste is hurting. Stand up for them. I can't act like I'm not entertained by the stuff online. I can't act like I didn't shame someone on Facebook today for not vaccinating their kids. Like, I'm guilty of this too. Don't think that I'm trying to stand here and like I'm trying to talk down to you about this. We all need to do this together. Change is only possible when we all pitch in and try and fix this. We need to make social media a place of peace. I would like to see it as what it's supposed to be, which is for education and for connection, and not what it is, which every time I get on Facebook, I just get angry. I think that we are connected to too many people, honestly. I think that we used to become, say we were embarrassed, we did something wrong, and we were shamed for it and publicly humiliated. That only went as far as word could travel. So maybe within your town, maybe only within your school. Now it can go all over the world. Now everybody can join in on shaming you. And that's just too much. So just, like I said, click with compassion, click with intention, click with awareness. Check out Monica Lewinsky's video. Check out John Oliver's clip that has Monica Lewinsky in it. You made it to the end. Yay! Thanks for watching. Can you click like and subscribe and come back next time? Have a great day, guys. I'll talk to you later.